We're trying to figure out an easier way to launch our hydrofoils. Dock starting looks easy. Well, it's not that easy. In today's video, we're going to share our dock starter as well as the building materials needed and instructions to make it. You can find everything you need at your local hardware store, but we've also included links in the description to all the materials needed. We want to ride the wakes on the lake, but to do that we need a system that lets us reliably start from our docks and allows us to quickly launch again after we return. I've never been very good at dock starting. I'll never forget the first day I tried. In 2 hours I made 100 attempts and was unable to do it. I later realized my front wing was a bit too small for my weight, but even after finding the right wing, I still found it hard. There's a few ways to launch from a dock. We were inspired by Dominic Hoskins and his ladder start in the ocean, so we tried our version of that for the lake. Justin and I went to our local hardware store, we built some stairs and placed PVC pipes at the proper angle to suspend the board so the front wing was just under the water. We then secured the setup to the dock. It worked okay and it did reduce the number of well-timed actions one needs to take to dock start a foil, but we realized that the board did need some forward motion. Me simply jumping down onto it didn't work that well, even with really large front wings. So we needed something a bit better. I've been using the bungee to dock start and have launched more than 500 times, but the setup takes time, and it takes time to reload the bungee after each use. The next day, Justin had an idea. He dropped by my place with a handful of PVC fittings and said this is going to work. What if we could suspend the board over the water, run up to it, and jump? When we land, the horizontal energy would be translated through our feet and send the foil into motion. So we built a quick prototype. Please be safe when making or using this dock starter. It's dangerous, and if you don't feel safe, please don't do it. My first attempt was unsuccessful, but even on my second I felt like I had the hang of it. There are 4 tips I'd like to share. You need to approach the foil with speed, but a lot less than I expected. Jump up, but don't jump any higher than you need to. It just increases the weight when you land. Land with your back foot just slightly ahead of your front foot. And keep the board level and glide for a bit. Don't rush to start pumping. I was pretty happy with this approach, and now all it needed was a paint job. I want to share the most common mistakes, and then we'll walk through the steps to build it. Don't land with your front foot first, it drives the nose down. Don't rush to start pumping. Glide for a moment and ensure you have the right board pitch. Don't land imbalanced, it will translate right into the foil and make it harder to ride away. And don't jump higher than the board. The more weight when you land, the more speed the foil will need to lift you. Start by mounting 2 2x4s to the front of your dock, each with 2 screws. Place them 2 feet apart so you have room to pass between them. Drill an 1/1/16 inch hole in each 2x4 and do it at a height above the water that places the front and rear wing just below the surface. Configure 3/4 inch PVC in the shape shown here. Then finish the end with a T and another 1.5 inch piece of PVC. Then insert the PVC into the wood and put a screw into the PVC to hold it in place. To avoid scratching your board, put tape on any sharp edges. Everything here can be found at a hardware store, or you can find the links in the description to buy. I believe there's 2 things we need to accomplish. We need to fly longer on a foil. This allows us to connect to more wakes on the lake, and we need to make it easier to launch from our docks. I feel like this simple system is a major improvement, and I'd love to hear from you if you think there's improvements that we can make to our foil launcher.